chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Badgers will put total leather and we'll get started. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Got room at the 35. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Caught over the middle. It's Hardy. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Hardy. Just keeps moving. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Nittany Lions, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The give to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Now the play fake. On the move to his left. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And he puts through the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's O'Neal. Makes the grab on the left. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Badgers will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to take off. Got the first himself. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call it running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Johnson looking to throw. Quarterback adapted. Runs through the tackle. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Obviously, this quarterback is a huge part of their rushing attack, and you've seen that early in this game. He's been very, very productive running the ball. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes it's on scrambles like what you just saw. But with his speed, he makes it so difficult on a defense.
Got his man down the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the...
Fighting for the goal line, and the ball's out.
Great job by this defense, not getting down, not quitting. They gave up some yards. The offense got in the red zone, but the most important part of the field, they came up big, forced the fumble, and get the touchback.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Running through contact. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Slings it downfield. Intercepted for the 11th time. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
That's reeled in. It's Hardy. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Johnson wants to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Wisconsin. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
Snap it to the back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It's a draw. Makes it past the marker. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Man, they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. You think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again, Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gets the back moving. Quarterback will keep it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Johnson looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Fleming. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Got him downfield. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
He's just got a knack, doesn't he? Just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this...
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Now improvising. Needed to get rid of that football, but just couldn't turn it loose, and the defense got to it.
Man, that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
Ample time in the pocket and lets it go to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He uncorks one deep. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Touchdown, Badger! Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-around, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage to get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm.
Snags it down the right side. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else.
Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
The Nittany Lions with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He'll take it himself. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
It'll be a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Listen to this place. Oh, man, and they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Johnson wants to throw it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. The 30. The 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Wisconsin. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First two drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on third down, now setting up fourth.
Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up.
Unleashes one deep. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one match
throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Man, you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. If you pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And he throws another interception. His third of the night. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air, it's O'Neal. Starts to scramble to the left. Got some room to run. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got him first and goal.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Badger! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Johnson looking to throw. Release to the back. That's caught. It's Hardy. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Coming out with it, it's Hilton. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
The Badgers will hustle to the line. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Making side adjustments here. Second down, he'll throw it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble, the quarterback pulls it down.
Turning it on! They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defense.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And that is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. On a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker is Fleming. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Fights off the defender. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clipboard. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable, having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop it.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the 2-pointer is no good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Hilton. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Completes it in the middle. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a 1st down. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevel to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot, and you're going to be a play action.
He's loose. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Wants to throw. It's O'Neal. Steps away to find some room. Looking for his man in the middle. Pulls it in. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to go up top. He's got it and still on his feet. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Badgers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll try the run. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Direct snap. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They want to run this quarterback. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Now they'll run the draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Nittany Lions are on the move. Johnson wants to throw it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. That pass is incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but
there he goes. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. Reads it, fires complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Shakes off the defender.
Well, the good news is you got the 1st down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Trying to bull his way in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And they will score! Touchdown, Penn State! Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Stanford is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jim Plunkett, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by 10 to Washington State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the catch. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. And the Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches. The Badgers will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He might want another play. On 4th down, looking to pass. Finds his tight end.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You can punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
To the air, it's O'Neal. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Off the play fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And how about the defense? How big was that stop? Forcing the punt, getting it back to the offense, and all of a sudden, you feel the momentum now on their side.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes the biggest drive for the defense, desperate to get a stop. They keep it on the ground, clock is their friend. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's O'Neal. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That pick by the D might have saved their only chance to win this game. Now they got to put together a drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snags it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That's caught. It's Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
What a play call in a 2-minute situation. They find the shot opportunity, and they take advantage of it, flipping the field. They've now put themselves in a chance to come back and win this thing.
What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass, it's O'Neal. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Johnson. Open space at the 25. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front seven has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Penn State D-line just dominating this football game.
They go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting till the bitter end, as they will concede defeat. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock. That last field goal put them on top. They're feeling good, but they can't relax yet. Have to cover this kickoff well. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
Pass ball's incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, they're down in possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big run right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
He wants a big play here late. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State. They used a late loss to catapult them. They had so much energy and so many doubters and haters that propelled them to go win a national championship. So this moment, while it's sad and it's kind of depressing for them, could be one of the better moments of their season if they use it for good.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.